Language, a uniquely human faculty, allows us to communicate thoughts and ideas. But have you ever stopped to consider the hidden mechanisms that make this communication possible? This is where syntax comes into play. Syntax, simply put, is the set of rules that govern how words are combined to form sentences. It provides the framework for understanding how we construct and interpret language. Just as grammar ensures grammatical correctness, syntax delves deeper into the arrangement of words and phrases, revealing the intricate structure underlying our everyday speech. Imagine trying to assemble a puzzle without knowing how the pieces fit together. That's what understanding a sentence would be like without syntax. It is the invisible scaffolding upon which we hang the words of a language, giving them meaning and coherence. Without syntax, language would be a chaotic jumble of words, devoid of meaning. Syntax is not just about grammatical correctness, it's about understanding the deeper relationships between words, phrases, and clauses. It allows us to unravel the complexities of language, revealing how meaning is created through the arrangement of its building blocks. By studying syntax, we gain insights into the very essence of human language and thought. In 1957, Noam Chomsky, a young linguist at MIT, published a groundbreaking book titled Syntactic Structures. This seminal work revolutionized the field of linguistics and had a profound impact on our understanding of language. Chomsky challenged the prevailing behavioristic views of the time, which saw language acquisition as a matter of imitation and reinforcement. He argued that humans possess an innate ability to acquire and use language, an ability he termed linguistic competence. This competence, according to Chomsky, is hardwired into our brains, a product of our biological endowment. He proposed the revolutionary idea of a generative grammar, a system of rules that could generate all the grammatically correct sentences of a language. This theory posited that the human mind is pre-programmed with a set of rules that allows us to understand and produce language, an ability not solely dependent on external stimuli or learning. This innate ability, Chomsky argued, is not language-specific. It is a universal grammar, a blueprint for language that underlies all human languages. This challenged the prevailing notion that language is solely a product of culture and environment, proposing instead that our brains are hardwired for language from birth. Syntactic structures marked a paradigm shift in linguistics, moving the focus from mere description of language to an exploration of the underlying mental processes that make language possible. One of the key innovations of Chomsky's generative grammar was the introduction of phrase structure rules. These rules specify how phrases and sentences are built from smaller units, much like a set of instructions for constructing a complex structure. They dictate how words can be combined to form larger grammatical units, providing a hierarchical representation of sentence structure. For example, a simple phrase structure rule might state that a sentence S can be formed by combining a noun phrase, NP, and a verb phrase, VP, S, NP, VP. This rule tells us that a sentence must consist of a noun phrase followed by a verb phrase. These rules capture the underlying structure of sentences, revealing the hierarchical relationships between words and phrases. By applying these rules repeatedly, we can generate an infinite number of grammatically correct sentences. This recursive nature of phrase structure rules allows for the creative potential of language, enabling us to produce and understand an unlimited number of sentences with a finite set of rules. Chomsky's phrase structure rules provided a powerful tool for analyzing and understanding the structure of language, paving the way for a deeper understanding of the generative capacity of human language. Chomsky also introduced the concept of transformational grammar, arguing that the surface structure of a sentence, the order of words we hear or read, is often different from its deep structure, the underlying meaning. He proposed that sentences are generated in a two-step process. First, the deep structure is generated using phrase structure rules, and then transformations are applied to derive the surface structure. Transformations are essentially rules that operate on the deep structure, moving, adding, or deleting elements to produce the final surface structure. For instance, a transformation might convert an active sentence like "the cat chased the mouse" into its passive counterpart, "the mouse was chased by the cat." These transformations account for the grammatical relationships between sentences that have the same meaning but different surface forms. Transformational grammar provided a way to account for the creativity and flexibility of language, demonstrating how a single underlying meaning can be expressed in a multitude of ways. This concept revolutionized the understanding of language by explaining how sentences are not merely linear strings of words, but are derived from underlying structures that reflect their meaning. Through transformations, we can express the same thought in various ways, adding nuance and complexity to our communication. Let's consider a simple sentence to illustrate these concepts. The dog chased the ball. The deep structure of this sentence can be represented by the following phrase structure rules. S goes to NP-VP. NP goes to det N, VP goes to VNP. Applying these rules, we get the following structure. Now, suppose we want to transform this sentence into a question. Did the dog chase the ball? This transformation involves moving the auxiliary verb did to the beginning of the sentence. This illustrates how a simple transformation can alter the surface structure of a sentence while preserving its underlying meaning. Chomsky's work had a seismic impact on linguistics, shifting the focus from the study of language as a static system to the investigation of the mental processes underlying language acquisition and use. His ideas sparked a cognitive revolution in the field, inspiring the researchers to explore the psychological and biological foundations of language. This shift in perspective led to the emergence of new fields like psycholinguistics, which studies how language is processed in the brain, and neurolinguistics, which investigates the neural mechanisms of language. Chomsky's work provided the theoretical framework for these new disciplines, paving the way for a deeper understanding of the relationship between language, the mind, and the brain. Chomsky's emphasis on the innate aspects of language acquisition challenged the prevailing behaviorist views of the time, which saw language as primarily a learned behavior. His work helped to usher in the cognitive revolution, a paradigm shift that recognized the importance of mental representations and processes in understanding human behavior. This revolution extended far beyond the boundaries of linguistics, influencing fields such as psychology, philosophy, and computer science. Chomsky's ideas about the mind as an information processing system had a profound impact on artificial intelligence, inspiring attempts to create machines that could understand and generate human language. Chomsky's theory of universal grammar proposes that all human languages share a common underlying structure. This innate blueprint for language, he argued, is what allows children to learn their native tongue so rapidly and effortlessly. Children are not born with a blank slate when it comes to language. They come equipped with a set of expectations about how language works. This theory has sparked considerable debate and research, with linguists searching for evidence of universal grammar in the world's languages. While the exact nature and extent of universal grammar remain open questions, the concept has had a profound impact on our understanding of language acquisition and the biological basis of language. Noam Chomsky's Syntactic Structures was a watershed moment in the history of linguistics. His ideas about generative grammar, phrase structure rules, and transformational grammar revolutionized the field, providing a powerful new framework for understanding the structure and acquisition of language. Chomsky's work not only transformed the field of linguistics, but also had a profound impact on our understanding of the human mind. His emphasis on the innate aspects of language acquisition challenged traditional views of learning and helped to usher in the cognitive revolution. His legacy continues to inspire new generations of linguists and cognitive scientists, ensuring that his contributions to our understanding of language will be felt for generations to come.